want to talk about choosing a release.
Talk about spring trigger.
My number one favorite release.
The truth is, it's really a simple release, and if nothing else, just what I'm comfortable with. I want to talk to you about the new Scott Exxus. This is the new thumb release from Scott. When we originally sat down and started talking about this release, there was a lot of things I was excited about. The handle design is one of the biggest things. It fits my hand perfect. I love the taper in it. Something I've loved since I've been shooting a Scott release is that taper. It fits because my fingers get smaller as they go back. The grip gets smaller. Just fits so perfect, feels so comfortable in my hand. That's very important. When you're at full draw, you do not want to be uncomfortable. It's one of the most important things. You don't really want to be even thinking about your release. The guts in this thing are unbelievable, consistent. You know, in the past, shooting thumb releases, I struggled with, I'd get it set where I needed it, 50 shots into it, I'm having to readjust it. That does not happen anymore. Shoot this thing 1,000 times, it's still where I put it the first time. I don't have to worry about it pre-firing. And the custom, you can customize this thing to fit your hand. Everybody's hand's different. Everybody shoots with their hand in a different position. So for me, I like to shoot with my thumb extended. I can take this barrel, run it out farther, turn it in, and I like to shoot. Some people like to really wrap their thumb around this thing. I'm not a big fan of that. I like to shoot with the tip of my thumb. I don't want to wrap any more muscle into it as I can. So I've always been a big person on the least amount of muscle influence on your release hand, the better. Because when you get nervous, you get in that intense situation, whether you're hunting or shooting for a world championship, you do not want to be using a lot of muscle, because the first thing to go when you get nervous is muscle. That's what shakes. When you feel your body shaking, it's all muscle. So I like to do straight lines in my release hand. Straight lines through your wrist, all the way through your arm and your fingers. If you're locked up like this and you're using a lot of muscle in here, when you start to shake, everything starts to break down, and that's the first thing to go. So less muscle you can use, the better. That's one of the things I love about this, is you can customize it, get it to fit perfect. So when I'm at full draw, the only thing I'm thinking about is keeping that pin in the middle, a little bit of pressure on the thumb, and fire it. And I'm a surprise shooter. But I don't sit there and wait on it. There's a fine line you got to ride whenever you do that. A lot of guys out here, Tim Gillingham's a command shooter. A lot of guys out here like Chance will sit there and wait with a back tension. I'm kind of in the middle. If my pin's sitting there, I got to be a little bit more aggressive. My pin's sitting in the middle, I'm not going to punch it, but I'm going to start applying some pretty aggressive pressure to my thumb till it fires. That's how I shoot the Exxus. I love it so far, and I'm excited to shoot more tournaments with it.